Yes, I'm Bill Griffiths. I'm a Hepatology Consultant at Addenbrooke. I've been there since 2006, and I've looked after patients who've had liver transplant for, well, over 20 years in Addenbrooke, certainly. So I first actually worked in Addenbrooke in '94 as a house officer, and did the liver transplant job as a junior early on. So in about '96, I was SHO on the transplant ward in C9, which was where the ward used to be. And then I went away a bit and came back, and eventually got my post, which I'm in at the moment, looking after patients. Yeah, so obviously I've been aware of ALTA for a very long time, because I trained under Graham Alexander, who was involved in setting the group up from the outset when we started transplanting people in the early 90s. And yeah, so I've been fortunate to come to a few meetings and meet ALTA members who've come to see patients on the ward and in the assessment clinic. And obviously with COVID it was very difficult, but I believe that things have restarted, which is great. And yeah, my experience is that it's really important for patients to have that opportunity to see someone who's been through it, really to give them that light at the end of the tunnel, because it's a long process from assessment to waiting, to getting a transplant, to recovery, to getting your health back. And you know, some patients just don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. It can be quite challenging, you know, going through that period of uncertainty. You don't know if you're ever going to get a transplant. The phone call could go any time, you could get called in, it might not happen. So psychologically it's pretty tough, and you know, I think that people are prepared to come and offer their time, volunteer and come and give support. It's really, really helpful. You know, I hope that since COVID it's been more challenging, but I hope that you're now getting more access to the ward and the clinics. And as I was talking to Brian just now, you know, I think there's opportunities maybe to do a little bit more, but so there's the waiting list clinic as well, where you know, there are patients coming who probably benefit from support. So that gap in between assessment and post-transplant is another area where I think, you know, this support would be really valuable.